Brooke had no idea I was coming over. I just showed up.
Why you gotta stop doing that? Maybe what you think sets some boundaries?
Bill, if you don't mind, I would like to talk to my husband alone.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, this is unnecessarily awkward. I forced her. This is an incredible woman. Don't be a fool and blow it.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another bold and a beautiful review. I know I've been sort of MIA with the reviews this week, but there really hasn't been a lot going on. It's one of those weeks that from day to day, the storyline is not shifting that much. And we're just on this storyline that's wash, rinse, repeat for the 50,000th time. So I've been having a hard time figuring out what I actually want to say about it. So that's why I've been doing a little bit fewer videos, because from day to day, there's not much of a difference. But let's talk about what we got into today.
I didn't mean for you to walk in on that, Bill and me hugging. I mean, it really, Reggie, it wasn't what it was.
Not the jealous type. I know nothing happened.
Okay. I'm glad to hear you say that. I mean, I wouldn't mind if you were a tad bit jealous.
Feel like I'm a little bit. We talked about this, right?
I know.
Did Ridge really say he's not the jealous type? The one that gets upset if Brooke even breathes the same air as the guy that she was once with? Did he really talk about setting boundaries when he's been kissing up, hugging up, rubbing up on Taylor these past few episodes like that's his other wife? Really? The hypocrisy. And Brooke did not throw that up in his face at all. Granted, she does not know about all the kisses. She only knows about Monaco. But there have been several hugs, kisses, hand-holding, rubs, all of that. I think that may be a little bit what's frustrating about this storyline to me. It feels like this 60-plus, near 70-year-old man is being player, while both women are getting walked all over. And it's just ridiculous. I look at Young and the Restless and I see how they have evolved. Victor and Nikki, the scene the other day where they were dancing together in the living room. Like, that's how you evolve an older couple. This is ridiculous. And I don't know, it's annoying to me. Like, let him choose one. If he wants to be back with Taylor, let him be back with Taylor. Bring a new man in for Brooke, because this is not fun to watch. But he goes on to say that he wished Bill and Deacon would stop coming around. He calls them cockroaches. Brooke hugs him and says she's glad that he's back in the same house with her. And she kisses him, and he somewhat reluctantly kisses her back. So I think the passion is not there between them right now. Drop in the comments, let me know if you feel differently. But I definitely feel that he has one foot out the door.
And you've accepted that, right? Like, Hope is married to Liam. This isn't about you still being attracted to her.
Okay, look, obviously, Hope is a beautiful woman, and I will always love her, but Douglas adores her. She's the most amazing mother to him, and that's what this is about. That's the reason that I don't want to alienate.
Look, just understand you want more consistency with Douglas. You want to expose him to the Forresters family. That's admirable, but...
So we also have a Carter sighting today. He and Thomas were working out. Thomas was talking to him about the custody issue with Douglas. He says that he does not want to get into a full-blown custody battle, but he does want more time with Douglas, because up until this point, Hope has had him 95% of the time. Carter does warn him about a custody battle because that can get nasty and should be the last resort. I feel like they're slow walking into this custody battle. I feel like that's where they're headed. They keep hinting at it, and I feel like they're going there eventually. But as you saw in that scene, Carter asked him if he's really over Hope. He says yes. Then he talks about the fact that he wants his father back with his mother. He and Steffy do, but Hope wants him to stay with Brooke, and that can cause friction going forward.
Looking for Rich? I know you've been spending a lot of time with my mother's husband lately.
We've been bonding and celebrating my husband not being dead.
And I'm thrilled for all of you, but I do think it is more than just that. I've seen the stolen moments between you and Ridge.
Yes, there had been some conflicting moments between Rich and I. Yes, I can understand why you'd be upset.
So we've been on this scene of Hope versus Steffy for a few days. First, Thomas was in there with them, trying to back Steffy, but not alienate Hope too much. He left, they kept fighting. Then Taylor wanders in, they're still fighting. But I will say we're seeing a little bit more sass from Hope, but not enough. If this is going to be an even fight, let's talk about this making a storyline good, having good characters, and having a fight not seem one-sided like they do. I keep going back to Y&R, but when they pit two women against each other, look at even when Sharon and Nikki went against each other back in the day, they stood up to each other and they were throwing jabs. That makes it a little bit interesting. When it's one-sided, one person's throwing jabs, one person's a little bit throwing jabs to kind of be nice. I mean, it's almost like a bullying situation. So if they're going to have Hope really stand up and go toe-to-toe with Steffi, then do it. Okay, she has stuff she can bring up on her. She wants to bring up Brooke's past. How about this? Bring up the fact that Steffi has slept with all the Spencer men. I mean, it's a fact on the show. So if we're going to do this, let's do it and make it interesting. And I've said this before. I know a lot of people disagree who stand on one side of the fence or the other, if you're a Brooke or Taylor, Steffi, or Hope fan. But I really do feel that the characters of Brooke and Steffi are written very similarly. We're just talking about characters. These are not real people. These are characters. They are written very similarly in my eyes.
My mom has too much class to sling mud. Your mom's reputation with men is notorious. I just don't want my father to see your mom falling into the arms of another man again.
Those were your major scenes for today. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to like the video, share, and subscribe. I do know that we have a crossover happening next week where Nikki is going to visit Deacon to try to find out what happened with Diane. I thought it was going to happen on The Bold and the Beautiful, but from the previews, it looks like that's going to take place on Y&R. But I still may do a review on it because that'll be something different and something interesting. Have a good weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one.